finally got everything installed. We actually had to chase a small issue. When we fired the car up afterwards, let me shut these windows. I'm gonna turn the AC on for now. When we finally installed everything and we turned the car on, we, for some reason, got a check engine light. We didn't really know what was going on, but I called Unitronics as usual. Their customer service was great, and immediately he said that more than likely my software on the app for the flex fuel was out of date. And so with that being said, I went on the app, and sure as hell he was right, and that was the first thing that popped up. So I updated that, and then we re-scanned it on the tool that we had at the shop, and it worked. So that was great. Car's running good, no check engine light, so we are all set. It's actually kind of mind-boggling to me that like an app on your phone could throw a check engine light, but I guess it makes sense considering the firmware of the device that's controlling the fueling of the car was out of date. So I really don't know. This is the first car that I ran with a flex fuel setup, so I'm excited to see how it goes, how it runs. I mean, I definitely feel a lot more power with the 5 minutes of me driving the car now, just on pump, but I think the true gains that I'm gonna feel, especially with the butt dyno, is gonna be when we put some E in it. So I'm really excited, and that's what I wanna get over to do right now. So I will talk to you guys in a second when we get to this gas station. All right, guys, so we're on the highway right now. We're still on 93, but I did want to talk about something really quick because it is something important to mention, especially if you're new to tuning Audis or using any of Unitronic's products. Right now, if you look at the screen, we're on auto, and we have a few different more comfortable settings. Any of these modes, dynamic or the RS modes, will engage the Unitronic extra features like the pops and bangs or the adjustable launch control and stuff like that. So if you notice, I'm just driving right now, and I'm basically, it's pretty calm. I'm in 7th gear, cruising along, it's easy. But then as soon as I hit my RS mode, the whole car will change, and this is, again, standard for the normal 8Ys and all the Audis in general, but then you'll notice the car's burbling a lot more. The whole aggression of the car will change, and depending on how you set your pops and bangs features, whether they're off, whether they're on really loud but short duration, or vice versa, not as loud or not as aggressive but longer duration, and anywhere in between, that all is engaged when you're actually in your either dynamic mode, individual mode, or the RS performance. So just a little feature that I did want to call out because it's actually really important to know, especially if you're driving through a neighborhood and you don't want the pops and bangs to wake up everyone, or you're just looking to cruise or turn it on. Within a flick of a switch, you can do it. You hit that RS button on your steering wheel and you're ready to go. All right, I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of the pops and bangs. You might get some wind noise, but definitely want to be able to show you guys some of the pops and bangs before we put in an E, because I don't know if they'll change or not, but I'll just give it a little bit of like off. I don't know if you guys can hear that with the wind and everything, but it's pretty apparent. Let's try it again. So I've heard a few people who have tunes on these cars with, like, specifically the 8Y, say that it sounds pretty much like a factory Huracan when it comes to the amount of pops and bangs on this specific setting, which I chose short duration but high intensity. So right now on 93 they sound great. I really like it. So let's see if it changes with the 85. We're pulling up to the pump right now, and we'll see if anything changes. grabbed some E. It's in the trunk. If you want to show the, or not the trunk, but the back seat. And then I'm excited. We got a little bit of E in the tank too. So we got about 11 gallons in the back seat. And we got, I don't know, it's not reading yet, but I'll let you guys know what the content's reading once the E85 mixes with the fuel and it gets to the motor. The cool part about this is not only do you need the app for the fuel and ethanol content percentage, it also tells you that information on your power gauge. So as that starts to read, we'll be able to see it right here rather than having to look at our phone, which is obviously pretty, safe. Got the pops and bangs still, it's sounding good. So we're starting to actually get a little bit of E in the tank now, and we're reading at about E54 if you want to try to show that. So you see it under the power, it actually says E54 with the percentage. That's my ethanol content reading. So I think that's actually a really cool thing. So now that we have some E actually feeding in, we're gonna give her a little rip ski and see how she goes. I'm getting absolutely blinded. It feels a lot more responsive for sure. Kind of crazy how much of a difference like E makes when comparatively speaking to 93. I mean, it feels a lot different. I'm gonna try actually doing a rolling anti-lag. So to do that, I'm gonna pull the cruise control stick towards me, and then I'm gonna push it down, and that will lock my speed. And I'll be able to mash the pedal and build boost while I'm doing that. So I'm gonna try it and see. Yeah, that fucking rips, man. Holy shit. That's a huge difference. Just like that, I turned the rolling launch control off by just pushing the cruise control stick forward, and now it's off. So yeah, I gotta say, right now we're sitting at about E50, E54 exactly, and even reading at E54, this car completely wakes up on E85. Like it's fucking nuts. So Unitronic so far, I mean, I've only been driving the car for a couple hours now. But this thing actually screws on E. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just flick it back to auto, downshifts, no cracks and bangs. I lift my foot off the gas, nothing. It's back to daily driver mode. I mean, this thing is quite literally a perfect car if you want to have an all-in-one experience, a fast, enjoyable, exciting car, but at the same time, you know, I drive into Boston every day, and I'm fully comfortable driving this specific car with this tune and entire setup, no problem. So, awesome job, Unitronic. So far, from what I've felt, it's incredible. I'm super happy with the tune. I'd actually be interested in getting it onto a dyno and see what it reads. I've heard different numbers kind of throughout the whole thing, but I mean, this car seems fast. I've owned a 1,000 horsepower Mustang. I've owned a lot of really fast cars, and this feels fast. So kudos again, Unitronics, great job. I'm very excited to kind of dive a little bit deeper, and I will be explaining more about the pops and bangs, the launch control, and the rolling launch control. Those all fall under the Unitronic, they call it UAF, the Unitronic added features, but The only thing with that is that you need to be stage 1+. So you need the injectors, you need the flex fuel, you need all of that to support the UAF features. So other than that, guys, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. I just wanted to get a quick first impression. I actually have to go back to work soon, so we're gonna cut it here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.